This path will lead you to an unholy place. A cemetery.
Alright, we got working on this piece of junk. Brute. Firewood conveyor. Oh, it's just a brute conveyor. But we got the pulley off the end here. Looks like that's been sawn into there for a while. Probably should weld them up. That's damn near sawed through that. Oh man. But they use just a little, that's pretty cute, little cherry picker pump in there. But this is where the drive goes. We'll have to get some new belts. And then this belt tensioner is just gone. So we'll put something different on there, something new on there, and make a belt tensioner so you can belt off. Assuming this one's okay. Yeah, it's all tight. Yeah, Brimcorp's been giving me crap about no machining videos, so we got some machine stuff coming up. Gonna have to do something here. That's all wallered out. That shaft's all bad. Piece of keyed shaft. These have got set screws on there, and they run a set screw down into the keyway to hold that. There's another set screw over here. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the boring bar in there and bore that out to 1 1/8 or 1 1/4 or whatever, and make us a new shaft. Maybe cut a keyway in there so we got a positive drive instead of a set screw and a keyway. These hubs are welded in from the inside, so I think that'd be the quickest and easiest way. This is the roller for the brute firewood conveyor. Okay, here's our belt conveyor roller hub repair. He's going to put this into Bridgeport, dial indicate up on this here, and then bore that hole out to 1 1/8 or whatever we would have to get it to clean it up. It was 1 inch, so we had that all figured out, but we just don't have the clearance to do it. Can't put a tool in there. I can't even get a collet in there. Yeah, I guess you get a collet in there. But even if we had a rotary table, it'd be probably too tall to do it with an end mill and just turn this piece. But so we got to come up with something different now. Hot shot, and he had it all figured out. Okay, here's parts out of our conveyor. I think that's why we're ripping up the belt. We're gonna have to do something there. That's supposed to be set screwed to the shaft. We have to get some longer set screws or something there. I think we're going to have to set this up on the mill and bore that out and put a sleeve in there. Can't fit it up on a lathe. Don't know how we'd ever hold it. Gotta get some bearings. Well, we're fixed up. Okay, there's a jack shaft for the firewood conveyor, the brute. Got us a new piece of shaft. Both the old shafts are wore out. There's one of them. This is the jack shaft one. They had spun a bearing here at one time or something. So we renewed that with new bearing inserts. Fixed up the drum here. This one broke out and had spun in there, so we cut out the bad part, made some slugs on the plasma table, and we're going to weld that shaft in there and call that good enough. And then there's 2 pillow block bearings that go on there. And then we got this piece to fix up. Can't weld in the shop after dark. But that's where the thing wore in there. Got to weld that up. Put that together when it's daylight. Okay, we've got the brute conveyor. Had to fix up idler pulley. Broke the shaft out, spun the shaft in there so it was ruined the shaft, ruined the pulley. So cut a disc out on the table and welded that in there. Put new bearing inserts in there. Had to weld up this little arm here where the roller wore into there. Redid our drive with new bearings, new shaft. One of the bearings had spun on the shaft and had ruined that shaft also. Made a little rinky-dink tensioner so we can tension the belt. Before it was just kind of rammed on there. Had to fix up the broken choke on the motor. Turn around and see how she works. Shut off the first time. Well, there you go, another example of a conveyor. Okay, we got us a return part from Bremcorp. Of course, this was his mistake. He spec'd it wrong. We had to make him a steering wheel shaft for his road grader project. He spec'd it out, steering wheel shaft to match his steering wheel, and a 1 foot or so piece of rod. So, that being said, we have a 1 foot plus piece of material here, right to spec. But apparently he miscalculated, so we had to make him a new one. But this is the same thing, but we had to make him a 2 foot long piece. So we got that done for him. And so from that on, we make him provide us blueprints. So we're going to do a little blueprint reading here today. Show you how to read blueprints here. So this is a blueprint we got. This is for the gearbox machining project where we made a new bushings. So what you got here is, you got to be trained to read this stuff. This is the worm. This is the worm that drives the worm gear. This is worm gear here, and then that gives you shaft sizes on the worm and the worm gear shafts where the bearings go. Spec them out, 3 place decimals, no problem. Note we got 2 different bearing bores here, same shaft size here. And then over here is the seal calculation stuff. And the stuff in circled is important stuff. The other stuff is just notes on the drawing. This is top cover. And then this is bushing 1 and seal 1. And we got seal 2 and bushing 2. And we got bushing 3. So, and if you read, you just looked at this. This is the sizes of the bushings, seals. So that's the normal blueprint that you'll see in manufacturing. And then we would just machine the gearbox to these prints, and then everything worked out perfect. Press the bushings in there. It was a slow speed gearbox, so there was brass bushings you want to put in there, which we'll show you that here in a minute. Found our radio remote control for this radio. battery's still good too. We got this Remcorp job finished up. Had to put new bushings in this little worm gearbox. New bushings there. New bushings on the side. Had to machine all the bushings. It's in there pretty nice. Got minimal slop. Come out better than I expected it would. Hope he's happy with it. He's a tough customer. I guess this is a sprocket, a drive sprocket that goes on it. I believe it's to rotate a blade on a road grader, but not 100% sure what it does. It's a road grader something or other. I'm sure he's told me twice, but I didn't pay close enough attention. So there's that. Ready to ship that. We got a little snafu on the seals here. Only one's going to work out of the three. I have to check the engineering print because Remcorp provided an engineering blueprint for this job. So we'll see who's at fault here. Shit's on paper. Is it Rinky Dink Machine Shop or is it Remcorp? I kind of think it's Remcorp, but we'll find out on Monday. Here's a project. Had to get rid of the broken bolts out of these. This had all but one broke off in it. This one here only's got two broke off in it. You can see they're nice and lubed up from using a lot of blaster or some sort of penetrant. Don't look like we even sprayed them with nothing. Looks like we broke them right on off. Way to go, fellas. Maybe try some heat next time. Maybe try some blaster at least. Make it look like you put an effort into it. Whatever.